I'm Congressman Alan Grayson, and I'd like to explain why I'm now a candidate for the U.S. Senate. I grew up in the tenements in the Bronx, surrounded by people who were different from me and from each other. People of different races, different languages, different religions, even the food that we ate. And I learned from that our differences are not something to overcome or tolerate, but rather something to cherish. The things that make us different are the things that make us special. And with so much in common as human beings, we all deserve equality, dignity, and respect. I was a sick child. I had to go to the hospital 4 times a week for treatment. Luckily for me, my parents both had good union jobs that provided health coverage to them and to me, even when they were on strike. If not for that, I might not be alive today and talking to you. That's why it's so important to me that everyone, young or old, rich or poor, can see a doctor when he or she is sick. Where I grew up, you had to work hard just to survive, and I realized that if people had genuine opportunity, unchained by poverty, prejudice, poor health, poor education, or discrimination, then we all would be better off. I've met plumbers who could be engineers, truck drivers who could be lawyers, nurses who could be doctors. That's the real American dream, to be all that you can be. And when everyone is better off individually, then everyone is better off together. In my case, I worked hard, and I received an admission letter from Harvard College when I was just 16 years old. For me and for others like me, school just meant more hard work. I worked as a janitor cleaning toilets, and then as a night watchman on the midnight shift. I made less than $4 an hour. And I learned that the people who do the most unpleasant jobs often get paid the least. But education was my ladder up to better jobs, first as a reporter and then as an economist. Education gave me my chance to be all that I could be, live a better life, and be of greater service to others. That's why I want every student to be able to afford college without suffering a lifetime of debt. And everyone deserves a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. Every job should provide enough money to be part of the middle class, to own a car, to own a home, to have a pension, to help your children through school, to have paid sick leave so that you can take care of yourself and the ones you love, and be able to see a doctor when you're sick and get the care that you need to stay alive. As John Mellencamp would say, ain't that America? After I finished school, I founded the Alliance for Aging Research. I was an officer of the Alliance for more than 20 years. We increased funding for research on the cures for diseases of old age by more than 500%. I also served as the director of Florida Senior Programs. Through that work, I recognized that everyone either is a senior or hopes to be one day. Social Security and Medicare are covenants that we make with each other from one generation to the next. Many seniors have worked for the benefit of others for 40 years or more, but they live in poverty. That isn't right. Seniors deserve a raise. People shouldn't have to pay taxes when they pay into Social Security, and then again when Social Security pays out to them. And Medicare must meet every health care need, including eye exams, glasses, hearing aids, and dental care. Seniors have eyes, ears, and teeth, and they are as much a part of good health as any other part of our bodies. Because Medicare excludes dental coverage for no good reason, my father spent the last 2 years of his life with a broken front tooth. That wasn't right. As a lawyer, I filed lawsuits for the benefit of taxpayers against war profiteers in Iraq. I won the first whistleblower case against those profiteers that ever went to a jury. Taxpayers Against Fraud named me Lawyer of the Year. I saw the worst side of war, and I saw how war has so many bombastic promoters, and how much our country and our soldiers need a champion for peace. I've had so many extraordinary opportunities in my life. I was the first president of a company that broke the back of the government monopoly on international long-distance calls. It grew into the largest provider of international calls to Hispanics in America, and it trades today on NASDAQ with over $1 billion a year in sales. I've raised 5 children, and my heart melts every time my 14-year-old son gives me a hug. I've been to every corner of the world, And I've learned that we have so much in common: revulsion toward violence, a desire to be in love, respect for privacy, and love of all children. But my greatest opportunity has been to serve in Congress for one reason and one reason only: all the good that you can do for people. In the past 2 years in Congress, I've written more bills, passed more amendments on the floor of the House, and enacted more of my bills into law than any other member of the House. Number one out of 435 of us. Because of all the good we've done, more than 100,000 supporters have given their hard-earned money to our campaign. That's more than any other Democrat in the House. In 2012 and again in 2014, I was the only member of the House of Representatives who raised most of his campaign funds from small donors, not from lobbyists or special interests or millionaires or multinational corporations. I don't work for them, I work for you. I am unbought and unbossed. I owe nothing to anyone but the people. I wake up each day knowing that there are 700,000 Floridians who are counting on me to do something good for them in their lives. Next year, with the voter support, that number will be over 19 million. I will do my best to help every one of us, whatever they may need help. I'll work hard to be your representative, your champion, and your friend. If you want to learn more, or you just want to join us and show your support, then go to our website, senatorwithguts.com. I'm Congressman Alan Grayson, candidate for the U.S. Senate from Florida, and I approve this message of justice, equality, and peace. Thank you.